All right. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Forward Thinking Founders. We talk to founders about their companies, their visions for the future, and how the two collide. Today, I'm very excited to be talking to Jen Hong, who's the founder of Passero. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
Hi, Matt. Well, thanks for having me on. Hello, everyone else.
Yeah,
Really
excited to have you
excited.
on. Looking forward to sharing what you're working on with the audience. And I think, for people that haven't heard of your company yet, let's dive into it. What is Passero? What are you working on?
Yeah, so Passero is a travel planner that basically helps you turn your itinerary into a very unique story worth sharing, right? We really aim to provide the most personalized and efficient travel planning experience. And we launched with a product that helps you coordinate like visually and seamlessly with your friends to create a custom itinerary, like Pinterest meets Trello. It was built by nomads for all nomadic spirits.
So walk us through a little bit of if someone wants to, hear about this on the podcast, check it out, download it or go to the website, walk us through the user experience of using Passero. Can you kind of explain what an average experience would be like for a user?
Yeah. So basically today, I mean, I think the Pinterest meets Trello is a really good description. So you log in, you create a journey, and you have an idea board where you can, keep all your ideas organized in one place as you're brainstorming and researching. And then you can use our custom design surveys to make decisions faster. Like when is everybody free, or which hotels you guys want to book, which activities do you want to do, and you create a very visual and customized itinerary for your trip within minutes using drag and drop. And then you can also like share like a public version of that with friends and other people once the trip is over. We also add personalized recommendations to your idea board as you're actively planning that, those suggestions that really fit your needs based on like dates, purpose of the trip, right? Budget, preferences, and things like that.
So walk us through a little bit about the origin story here. Founders can work on anything in the world, but they pick their specific company for a reason. So walk us through why this company. Talk us about the origin story.
Yeah, so it honestly started as a side project just so I could like build a product I could use. I've been to over 40 countries, and I went to international school for a few years with like expats and diplomats kids. So, coordinating with friends and family to travel to like unfamiliar places has been part of my life since I was like 14. And as somebody who often ends up playing the role of the lead planner or the mama bear role, the one herding the cats, I just really wanted a tool that would make that easier, and was just so sick of using like spreadsheets and long email threads, and then the worst of them all, like group chats. And so I started like with a few user interviews, recruited some like fresh like UX designers for a mind mapping workshop, and like learned Figma to create some mockups. And then as the idea developed and the concept, started to mature a little bit more, was iterated on. I realized there was a bigger opportunity to really like bring value by addressing real market gaps. So I put together a business plan, tested the idea with some industry leaders like hotel executives, investors, and accelerators, and got really positive feedback. So that's when I started working on it as a startup. Yeah, that's how Passero was really born.
That's awesome. I love it. I feel like origin stories are like the real heart of any company, right? Because it's just like where it comes from. But what's interesting about the origin story is like it's where you've been. But what's always interesting about a company is where it's going. So I'm curious for you, if you were to look out 5, 10, 15 years into the future, what would you say Passero looks like then? Or in other words, what's the big vision here and where are you rowing as a company?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, what the passion, I guess, passion that drives me, and hence the mission statement, right, of the company, is to help people, travel further and, and explore the unknown, and actually share new experiences with old and new friends. Because I really feel like, and I want to create a platform that, in one way or another, in more than one way, makes that easier and enticing for more people to do that. So, the bigger vision is again like really kind of being that place with the most personalized and efficient travel planning experience, where let's say you find inspiration and itineraries from like more trustworthy sources like your friends and family. You can or other like-minded travelers or your influencers that you like, right? So you can start to plug and play. And as you're actively planning, based on your needs, your budget, all that kind of insights, being able to receive like personalized custom offers from, travel providers like hotels, right? Offering, 20% off, for your group or anything like that. And then eventually really being able to, so really kind of being that really automated like travel agent kind of experience platform for people. And beyond that, what I, as I mentioned, following the whole mission statement and my personal passion, I want to also kind of really, have the platform actually allow people to find their tribe, right? And so that they can travel more frequently, right? And find new friends that they can travel to different places with, right? And so Passero really becomes not just a platform that you visit for the best travel planning experience, right? Every time you have a trip coming up, but eventually becomes a place where that you visit to see what you can do this weekend or next month or in a new city. So really kind of helps you enrich your own social life and hence your personal fulfillment.
And in order to like make that happen, right, it'll take a village, right? I mean, it takes a village to make a startup work and scale. So my question for you is, how can the forward-thinking founders community help? Are you hiring? Are you raising money, looking for users, beta testers, partners? How can we assist?
Yeah, so I mean, definitely anyone who's curious enough to kind of try our product, or have a trip coming up, I would love it if they could like give our product a try and provide feedback, as like honest user feedback is right startups lifeline. So and if obviously any investors who might be interested in this sector and in this type of platform, please do forward. And also if there's anyone I know this podcast is really for, founders who are like earlier stage or thinking of being founders, right? In that kind of a messy stage, right? The most fun stage, I like to say. Anyone's kind of struggling or having questions or anything like that, please feel free to also reach out to me. I've been there having to deal with all kinds of things you can't Google, right? Having to figure that out. So I love talking to other founders. And if there's anything I can do to help, even if it's just literally kind of giving you like tools that I've used that are like cheap and affordable and decent, happy to do that. Always down to like jam with any other founder who's interested.
I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. And if someone wants to take you up on that or just become a user of your product or just get in touch, how can they do that? Do you have a website for your company, social media presence, email address? How can someone get in touch and learn more?
Yeah, so our website is travelpassero.com. And my email is jen@travelpassero.com. So feel free to reach out to me via email, or just through the contact us form. They all come to me to my inbox anyway. So yeah.
Cool. Life of a founder, 100%. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. I really appreciate it. And best of luck building this out.
Thank you so much.